Okay, folks, Guy Vandermire back again, walking because I'm over here at the theater in Shittsville, Oregon, and I can't find any privacy. I can't get away from people or vehicles, exhaust. I'm exhausted from all the exhaust, you know. Anyway, I'm doing a walking review here of Star Wars Rogue One. This is Guy Vandermire, film critic, film buff, has emerged again. Part of the duo, Generation 2 of Chainsaw and Dave's movie reviews with my cohort and director, Gary Wiley. Now, Gary Wiley is still on vacation from vacation. I'm starting to begin to think the guy has deserted me. But anyway, think of this as kind of a cross between This Is My Life with Guy Vandermire and the Should Be Has Been program with Guy and Gary. This is my own little movie review here. Now, like I said, I took the public transport, the electric buses, to Shittsville from Brownsville. Now, people call it Shittsville because it's even worse than Brownsville. When people come from Brownsville to Shittsville, they complain about the smell of shit. And then when people go from Shittsville to Brownsville, they say, "Oh, this is so great! I love Brownsville." So anyway, and I'm bundled up like this because it's cold. It's foggy here today in Oregon. And Guy Vandermire, the man baby, is bundled up like a man-child. Anyway, so on to the review. So I am blown away with Star Wars Rogue One. Absolutely blown away. I was teary-eyed practically the whole time. I think it's, in my opinion, the best Star Wars since The Phantom Menace. You know, I could analyze it till the cows come home. In a nutshell, I will say that, you know, instead of focusing on the direct Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers-esque J.J. Abrams formula that has so diluted the film industry as of late and made people worship Abrams and The Force Awakens. You know, The Force Awakens has, you know, I think better review on Rotten Tomatoes than this, which is ridiculous. What they did was they did a cross between a tribute and well done movie in that essence and a hard-edged, well-acted indie production. You know, the thing that holds these movies together are the guys that, just like my cohort and director Gary Wiley still is technically, character actors. These character actors, these unknown actors, they hold this film together. Some of them are known. The guy from Ip Man is in there, and a couple of the other main actors are, you know, popular younger actors. But the surprising twist of this film, ladies and gentlemen, is an actor who, you know, this is how it pays off to watch good television these days. From the show Bloodline, I think his name is Ben Mendelsohn, I believe. I Googled it after I came out of the theater there, folks. But this guy was the driving force of the show Bloodline. The brother who went bad, such a good character actor. The center of the whole program was his murder in the show Bloodline. If you watch Bloodline, you know what I'm talking about. Incredible program, and this guy is the villain in this movie, and he plays a general in this Star Wars movie, and it's his acting. I knew this guy would get a role in something after watching that show Bloodline and being blown away with this actor, and he is the driving force. Combined with all the rest of the great actors, the casting in the Rogue One is fantastic. Everything about the movie is fantastic. It manages to create a film that is centered around the Death Star deal, trying to doing the same thing that Force Awakens tried to do, but yet filling the gap between the old and new, and the old movies, the beginning of the old movies and the end of the prequels. And you know, this movie, instead of abandoning the Lucas formula from the prequels that I particularly love so much, but not everybody else really got, this film does both. The Lucas prequels, they had an energy to them where if you read between the lines, if you think about the Force and you think about everything it means and what's happening and the characters, you know, then you got into the prequels, especially The Phantom Menace, the most underrated of any of the Star Wars movies, or any movie in general. For my generation, and this movie manages to, you know, do what J.J. Abrams was trying to do, was just create a well-acted Star Wars movie, you know, with a lot of production value, but also to have that that between the lines deep feeling that the Lucas prequels had. And I gotta tell you, ladies and gents, blown away by Star Wars Rogue One. Everybody is telling me that, oh, it's great, it's great. It's not, I mean, it's not, you know, like the originals. It's just another, you know, the same thing. But no, folks, they got it wrong. All these Star Wars fanboys are just irritated, fat comic book nerds with terrible taste in art, in my opinion. A real film buff will acknowledge that this movie was, if not the best Star Wars, one of them. So, Guy Vandermire here, film buff extraordinaire, from Shittsville, Oregon. Nice and foggy here, folks. Signing out.